Okay, welcome back everyone to Strange Antiquities. My name is Estella, and last time we did quite a few things. We did quite a few in-shop puzzles, and we unlocked this thing, which allows us to see the thaumic, what is it called? The thaumic fields on the items. So we unlocked that, which is cool, so we can check that now. And then we also got quite a few different items from the secrets in the shop, including figured out what the clock does, which was cool. We might have some more puzzles with that as well. And also, we still haven't heard from Verona yet, and then Barton also got taken through a portal. So hopefully we get him back. Hopefully he makes his way back to us. Ah, Simone. Good morning. Yes, and to you too, Jupiter. I'm getting more concerned about my mother. Hearing about that poor lady who drowned frightened me. But she'll turn up. She always does. I've had another breakthrough. This time, I'm certain it's a clue that leads to another hidden part of Strange Antiquities. Oh, more clues? From the individual, a stone for dark purposes. From the celestial, a stone of the earth. From the diurnal, a stone of death. Okay, so these are all stone items. But first, I'm under the barn where the axe meets the tree. Let's check our map for that. Under the barn where the axe meets the tree. Is there a barn on here? Greywick Farm. Where is Greywick Farm? Okay, so this is Greywick Farm, where the axe meets the tree. Heathwood, let's see. There's the Blacksmith's Guild. The quarry, perhaps? We'll check here. The quarry on the outskirts of Undermere is a relatively recent addition to the town. It was opened by a man named Thomas Pope just over a decade ago and has been in daily operation ever since, supplying limestone for use in construction across the county and beyond. Okay, I just wanted to double check and make sure. So let's try the farm. The scent of damp hay lingers in the air as crows pick at the muddy ground between weathered stone barns. The farmer lifts his gaze briefly, offering little more than a nod before turning back to his work. I don't think I'll find anything useful here. I wonder if it's close to the barn. Nope, that's the wrong thing. Yeah, here? No, okay. Where the axe meets the tree. Under the barn where the axe meets the tree. Okay, I figured it out. Okay, cool. I was like, maybe I gotta look at the street names. So the axe meets the tree. Yeah. To the side of the house is a dilapidated barn. The stench of manure is overpowering. There's no sign of an owner, so I search carefully, not sure exactly what I'm looking for. Suddenly, I spy a flash of blue. A bottle. This is it. Oh? Ooh, that's cool looking. Very nice. Okay, and now for these items from the individual, a stone for dark purposes. So individual would be the body of the mind, the Wixic, and then the celestial, a stone of the earth. No, that's not. I want the symbols. Okay. So we want a Dradic. So we need Wixic, Dradic. No, not that one. I keep picking up the wrong book. Okay, so we need... I still have my notes here. Wixic. Dradic. And the last one is a Stone of Death from the Diurnal. So a Noctic Stone? I would say Noctic, probably. Okay, so let's find out which one is which. Okay, so we know, let's see. We know what Selenic is, and we know what Noctic looks like. Wixic, let me see. I think Wixic, no, that's Dradic. Or no, it's Deernic, actually. Yeah, that's Deernic. So we need to figure out what... Let's find the Noctic stone first. So from Diurnal... Probably this one? No, it's not. Okay. So we need Diurnal stone. Maybe... Where's our little bat? Where is he go? Where'd he go? Either way. Okay, so that one. So we're going to set that one there for now because we want to use that one. Okay, Celestial Stone of the Earth is the Dradic one. So let's find out what Dradic looks like. I have the pictures on my phone of the symbols. Let's see. Okay, so we're looking at Dradic. So we want big circle on top. Little circle on the bottom. There we go. Little circle down here. Okay, I see. So the circles are on the sides and not in the center, I think. So Stone of the Earth would be a green stone, I think. Maybe this one? Okay, yep, this one is perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for. Okay, and then Celestial, a stone for dark purposes. The Wixic is the weird one. Let's see. Okay, little guy, big guy at the bottom here. Little guy at the top. And then it's a different, this one? Right? Yeah. Okay, so that would be this one. Okay, so let's put them all in the plinths. Okay, so dark purposes, maybe that. Ooh, goodness. Maybe this one needs to be first. Move it over so you guys can see, because I don't think you can see it behind my camera when it's over there. Okay. Of the Earth, this one next, and then this one. No? From the individual stone for dark purposes. Did I get it wrong? No, that's the correct one. The Diurnal Stone of Death. Hold on. Let me check the stones again. What is specifically a Stone of Death? Dark stone for dark purposes. Stone of Fire and Fury. Night and Darkness. That one. Maybe the Vivianite one. Which there is a particular one that is Vivianite, right? We had it early on. Where did it go? Not in here. Oh, is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. Okay. So not this. Or maybe this one. Yes! Haha! Ooh, okay. So this is another clock. There we go. Okay. Now flip it back. Ooh, alright. That's a fairly simple one. Let's do it. What do we got this time? Ooh. Dark green gemstone. Pretty. Thank you. Thank you for the mother. I have seen into the yawning deep. I have seen beauty beyond the comprehending mind. The price is steep, but I pay it gladly. My shadow anchor is broken. Must replace. Shadow anchor? Let's see. Shadow hold, shadow anchor. Here we go. Shadow anchor is sometimes used in the practice of shadow casting, the art of projecting one's presence outside of the body. Without an anchor, mine's been known to become lost. Shadow anchor designs can vary greatly. Some prefer pendants, whereas others prefer to clutch a totem in their hand. Some make use of symbology, where others use gemstones. They will always produce a field from the individual branch, however. Okay. Individual branch, which is the Wixic, right? So they're Mentic or Wixic, probably Mentic of the mind. And let's see. Is there anything of the mind here for stones? Blue, an anchor between body and mind. Ooh. Is this blue or turquoise? Let me double check. Turquoise. Perhaps a blue gemstone, though? It is blue. And it's warm? So what is... Let's see. Ooh, those need to go be put back. Okay. Oh, what's that one? Let's check here. It might be the Mentic, so big on top, little all the way to the bottom. Yeah, okay, so this is probably it then. Here you go. Yeah, that was a good one. Kyanite gemstones point to the fact that this item anchors the mind. It produces a mentic field from the individual branch. Yes. Nephregant. These were once worn by the necromancers of the Five Knolls who used them in their rituals of resurrection. Their power became bound to them such that if they were to remove them, even after death, the Nephrequant would crumble to dust. Today, their power is much diminished, but they can be used to draw out infections. However, they will cause Braxis if held against bare skin for long periods. Okay. Set that there. Okay. Cool. You have shown yourself to be a useful ally in these worrisome times. Keep one eye on the lake in the coming days. When blackened eyes seek the casket and waters turn to midnight, perform the sacrament and have faith in Holgar. Ooh. The sacrament is a baptism ceremony in which one's life is pledged to the warrior god Holgar. It is performed by a blood priest within a stone circle. In spring, a charm of green growth. In summer, a pendant of the yellow sun. In autumn, an instrument of the red night. In winter, a totem of blue fire. Uh-oh. Don't know if I like that. Okay, this can be archived. Oops. And then we can put this back. Oh, I want to put its symbol on it. Shadow anchor here. And then icon. Wasn't it? No, it was this one, I think. Yeah. Right? Yes, Mentic. Oh, postman. I'm afraid this letter was sorted incorrectly and has ended up doing a round trip to Kendall and back. Better late than never. Oh? Oh, why is it opening? Okay, for some reason it didn't want to open. Barton! I have spent a long time looking for an object that is believed to have been lost somewhere in the catacombs. The adventurer and thaumaturge Marwyn left a trail to her hidden stash, or so the story goes. I followed it as far as the ossuary of the damned, a chilling, bone-filled alcove carved into a natural chamber in the upper levels. But it seems her markings have been worn away by time after that. I pass on the story to you and hope that you can succeed where I have failed. Your friend, Barton. Oh, but he said it came from... He said it took a round trip, so maybe he sent it before he left. I liked Barton. Okay, so... Ossuary of the Damned, chilling bone-filled alcove carved into a natural chamber in the upper levels. Seems the markings have worn away. Ossuary of the Damned? In the upper levels. No, that's the wrong thing. This one. A chilling bone-filled alcove carved into a natural chamber in the upper levels. So is it this one? I'm able to follow Marwyn's trail for a while, but the carved markings are faded and worn by centuries of weathering. By the time I reach the ossuary, I can no longer make them out at all. Fortunately, I've always wanted an excuse to use a Carrick's candle. Ooh! What is that? Carrick's candle. These items produce an invisible light that peels back the years, allowing a glimpse into the past. The effect is often murky and blurred, but it works passively on stationary objects. They are marked by a depiction of a candle upon their surface. Ooh, candle, 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 candle. What do we have that has a candle on it? Do we have anything in here? No. Something over here? A candle. That's not a candle. Engraved detailing. Crumbly? Yellow sandstone. Interesting. What does have a candle on its surface? I should move things over that are not labeled to the other side. So this isn't labeled. I guess I have more stuff labeled than not, but... A candle on its surface. What is that symbol? It's like a little sun with a notch on it. Okay, that is not in here, actually. A candle. No candle on you. You're definitely not a candle. No candle. No. Not a candle. I doubt that this has anything to do with a candle. What does the upright triangle mean? Fire? Fire and wax. Okay, I see. So I was correct in my thinking. This one. Symbol for flame is rendered above the symbol for wax, a depiction of a candle. Yes. Stalagmites retreat under the light of the candle as I hold it aloft and search the shifting rock walls for any signs of Marwan's trail. Suddenly I see it, an M etched into the rock, as clear as if it had been carved yesterday. I follow the trail in an excited hurry, tripping and stumbling as the candle distorts the height of the floor, until I come to its end at a small boulder. Rolling the rock to one side, I reach behind it and reclaim Marwan's lost treasure. What do we get? Ooh! It's a little person in a dress. Cute. Verona! Oh god. The time has come to decide, Thaumaturge. No, Verona! The casket wants to be opened. The casket will be opened. Nothing can stop it now, and yet there is still a part of this mind that will not be quieted. Help me to calm this clamoring rage inside my head. This is your chance to elevate yourself above the scurrying ants that absently crawl through their meaningless lives. Ooh, okay, what's the Zephyrim do? We got a brief look at the other one last time. A faint odor that will be familiar to any thaumaturge, its scent of storm. Okay, when these vapors are inhaled deeply, can unlock the wells of anger and channel them into a powerful maelstrom. Okay. Help me to calm this rage. So she wants us to calm it, but potentially we could not. What's the abrasive mother do? Again. Mothers are typically used to communal ceremonies designed to be easily passed from person to person. Okay, so we want to give the Zephyrim because we want Verona to come back. So potentially the Zephyrim could be the key to getting Verona back. Because I think it's not Verona that's talking to us right now. Okay. These resonant objects give off a faint odor that will be familiar to any thaumaturge. It is the scent of storm. This is part of the west wind. Okay. Zephyrus, god of the west wind. What if we... resonant objects. Doesn't this find resonant objects? Okay. Okay, anything that hasn't been labeled yet. Okay, that's not... Okay, let's see. Of the west wind. Okay, let me check this one. It says it has a smell. Yes, this one, right here. A Zephyrim. That's what we want to give her. Okay, hopefully that was the right choice. I'm able to use the resonant compass to confirm that this is a resonant object. Closer inspection reveals a scent that I am expecting. Gris. For the ritual of the broken path, a gris is heated slowly over flame. To have full effect, it must be held in an ungloved hand until the ritual is complete, no matter how hot it gets. The ritual should not be performed by those who have not studied the Wixic art. It is common to suffer burns, but when done correctly, it should not be painful. I hope I helped Verona. Okay. But the problem with storing powerful dark artifacts is that slowly, inevitably, the darkness seeps out. I don't know what's gonna happen. Hopefully we made the right choice for Verona. Ooh, is that a location? No, yarn ball. Kitty? Oh. A river, perhaps? Maybe? Or a path in the catacombs? Let's check river first. Let's look at the catacombs. Let's see. So maybe like if it starts like here, it goes like over and then over again and then stops here. Wait, no, it goes further down. Oh, let's try it. Oh, that was correct. Yes! First try, baby. Inhaling deeply from the spirit vault to stave off the madness of the depths, I make my way carefully down crumbling passageways, past decaying crypts. Placed carelessly on top of the tomb is a collection of clay pots. Some lie in pieces, but most are whole. At first the collection seems unremarkable, but one in particular stands out, and I take it back up to the surface to take a closer look. Oh, ooh. That's pretty. Oh, it's small. Okay. Oh, hello. Someone very dear to me has fallen ill. I would like a nephroquant. Do not be concerned, dear. I have used one before and I know what I am doing. Do you? Here. Scarring caused by Braxis. They were once worn by necromancers of the Five Knolls. They became bound to them. Even after death, they never crumbled to dust. Today their power is much diminished. They can be used to draw out infections. They will cause Braxis held against bare skin for long periods. They use them in their rituals of resurrection. Do we have a symbol of resurrection or, wait, death maybe? Protection, weakness, truth, life. We have one. Don't we have one with the infinity symbol on it? I feel like we had an item with the infinity symbol. It's not this one. I swear we did. Smooth. A green gemstone. There's those 3 items. Those have already been labeled. What was this one again? It's made of limestone. Paralysis. Okay, that's not it. Dark green. What's the dark green gemstone? Just green. A 4th eye, a stone of sight. I don't think that's going to help. I think that one... Night and darkness, who fears someone seduced by it. Oh man, what was the... I swear there was one with an infinity symbol on it somewhere. Maybe I'm just thinking of this box then? It may be just that. Okay. In that case, perhaps... so resurrection... What do we have referenced under resurrection? Just an nephroquant. Okay, what about death? Bones Guard, Heart Chamber, and the Pit. Okay, the 5 Knolls. Those are in a reference. Praxis. Elva Stone is referenced. Can be used to relieve discomfort. So there's planetary metal use, Islamic discipline. So it's probably Noctic. What else was I going to check? I forgot now. Selenic, Silver of the Moon, perhaps? Not of the moon. I had another thing that oh, the curse book. That's right. Braxis. No curses the flesh. Affliction will feel no pain. The scarring has no cure. This is technically not. It's rough. What is that gemstone? A dark stone of dark purposes. We could try this? No. Not right. Okay, Mentic is of the mind, not of the body. This is rebirth. That means rebirth. So perhaps it's this one? Yes! Haha! It's attached to the hand by scarred by Braxis. Yeah. Spiral design of the item is representation of the symbol for rebirth or resurrection. Dread Vivant. A Dread Vivant is the only way to handle some of the more dangerous artifacts. It can siphon power away from oneself for a time. The power rising up off a Dread Vivant is subtle, but noticeably invigorating. These objects represent the balance of life and death, of good and evil, of hope and despair. See ya! Hello? Please do pay us a visit. We have some items that we're confident will be of interest to you. Oh? The Twinings, artisans of wood, iron, and clay. 2 Market Avenue, Undermere. Okay. Let me take that down to our map. Here? Yes. 2 Market Avenue. 2? Yeah. The man who dropped off his card introduces himself as the owner of the Twinings, an unusual, sprawling series of grotto-like rooms filled with handcrafted carpentry, ironmongery, and pottery. I hope I said that right. He leads me past wooden chairs and strange iron contraptions to a room unlike the others. This one is filled with small trinkets, ornaments, and jars of various sizes containing ominous-looking liquids and organic materials. I know it might not look like much, but there are some items of value among the junk here, says the man. Take your time and let me know if you find anything interesting. 2 hours later, I have indeed unearthed something very interesting that I am keen to take back to the shop for further investigation. Oh, that's interesting. Those are not good, neither of those are good stones. Okay. I am leaving the Twinings with my haul when a man shouts at me from across the street. As I look round, annoyed, I notice to my horror that the man's eyes are as black as coal. He rushes towards me, and I stumble backwards. Fumbling with the strap of my satchel, I try to grab an item to stop him. Wixit cord, what is that? Wixit cord. Despite the name, these simple-looking items do not produce a Wixic field. They belong to the diurnal branch. They cause a freezing effect in the body, earning them the nickname Medusa Stones. Fortunately, this effect is not permanent. They belong to the diurnal branch. They cause freezing effects. Medusa Stones. Those stones... Maybe this one? Because it specifically says some who are seduced by it. Perhaps it will stop him? Oh no. Okay. And the snakes. Those were also... Oh! Paralysis! Yeah! Should have thought of that first. Noctic field from the diurnal branch, yeah. To my relief, the man goes rigid almost immediately and topples forward onto the cobblestones. I turn and run, wanting to put as much distance as possible between myself and that creature. When I finally come to my senses, I realize I should alert Dr. Robertson, but by the time I return to the Twinings, the man is nowhere to be seen. Oh, cool. Edmund. Something bad is about to happen. The ravens know it. My grandfather once taught me how to use a Cassander to see the paths ahead, but I saw what it did to him, and vowed never to touch one again after he died. But the gnawing worry of what is coming has become too much for me. Ooh, Cassander. Let's see. Ooh, okay. The eyes of a Cassander focus the power of the mind, enabling those skilled enough to see the path or paths ahead. These items do not produce a mentic field, but rather more mysterious Selenic. So lots of arrows. Many have been seduced or driven mad by the path shown to them and have been led to ruin. Do not produce a mentic field, but Selenic. Oh, I can archive that note. There we go. A feeling of disquiet lances through my body. Hard and cool, made of stone. A black substance, soot perhaps. Soot? And then what is that symbol? Soot is not in here. Coal, maybe? No. Lead. That symbol at the bottom. Butterfly wings. Paralysis, that's a paralysis totem. Okay. What are the triangles, the line through it? Air and earth? So an air and earth. Fire and water. And then what is this one? Oak, if I'm not mistaken. Bronze. Also bronze. It's all bronze. Circle with a line through it. It's not in here. Is it? It's not. Interesting. Okay. That one in particular is hypnosis. Cassander. Something with arrows pointing, maybe? Green gemstone of nature. But it produces the Selenic field as opposed to an optic. Or mentic. So it's this. This one's Selenic for sure. Just double checking. Paralysis, what is this one? What is that symbol? Confusion? No, 2 lines. There's 2 lines through it. Cold. No, but that's not it. Ice. That's ice. Okay. So that's the ice symbol. Mentic. What is the difference between mentic and Selenic? Is of the mind, but instead it's Selenic. we could try this one. No, okay. Put back. What about this one? We haven't looked at this yet. Part is painted black. It feels unusual, not hot exactly, but energetic somehow. I can't tell if that low hum is coming from the item or my own imagination. There's definitely something unusual about this item. I can't quite put my finger on it, though. What is... let's see. Dradic. Okay. The item features 2 malachite gemstones, stones of sight or eyes. It produces a selenic field. Okay, that was just a wild guess, because I was just checking what I had that was in the selenic field. Okay. A weaving edge is used to enter the Red Knight, a bloodthirsty state of mind. Tradition dictates that the handle should be made from the wood of great oak. Gilbert. There always seems to be something going on in Undermere. The sooner I can get this sorted and be on my way, the better. My uncle gave me a ring, and I have had nothing but bad fortune ever since. I'm starting to think it might be cursed. Is there any way to uncurse it? A ring that's cursed? Bad fortune? So Braxis is not it. Breathe normally. Plagued by waking hallucinations. Speech becomes impossible. He's suffering from this curse, speak of increasingly vivid nightmares. Okay, so there's not that many curses. Okay, these are all very, like, physical curses. So maybe we check our index for luck-based things. Light, love, melancholy, life, fortune, maybe? No fortune. Bad fortune. Curse. Cusic purifier. Cleansed. Simple imbued curses or hexes. Of course, there's a limit to the effectiveness of this process. Cusic purifier is this one? Perhaps this? Yeah. Goodbye. Lavinia, you're a new person. I've been researching ancient customs, particularly those relating to thaumaturgy, and I am fascinated by the use of objects in ritual ceremonies. If you are able to get your hands on a gris, I would be very interested in studying it further. A gris. We just got that entry. This one? For the ritual of the broken path, a gris is heated slowly over flame to have full effect. Those who not study the Wixic art is common to suffer burns. It's heated slowly over a flame. Wixic? That's Dradic. Ooh, wait, actually, is it fire? This one's ice. That's ice. I remember that being the ice symbol. But fire symbol. Nope, 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 nope. Fire. So air, fire, water, earth. Is this Wixic? No, it's Selenic. Heated over a flame. Broken path. A grace heated slower than the flame. Full effect must be held in an ungloved hand until the ritual is complete. Broken path. Phasian talon. Should not be performed by those who have not studied the Wixic art. Let me... Also Dradic, okay. Not that one then. It is heated slowly and must be held. Perhaps this one? Which one are you? Ooh, this might be it. Because this is tin. Gives me goosebumps. Okay. Still somewhat cool, even though I held it over the flame. But it's made of tin, and I think that one is Wixic. Nope, incorrect. Okay. Good to know. Coats my fingertips. A chalky black residue. Perhaps indicating that it is heated up? Yeah, okay. Interesting. It produces a Wixic field. The item has soot on its lower half. Yeah, held over a flame. Okay. Lunima. A lunima, also called a moon pool or heart of tranquility, harnesses the power of the elements to create an aura of unease. They can be used to keep people away from the places they are not welcome. There is a superstition among thaumaturges that says that a lunima should not be used when the moon is full. It's not known where this idea came from. What was the... Yeah, okay, I was correct in that thinking then. Gris. Used in rituals. Okay. There has been a basilisk sighting in the hills across the river from Black Barrow. I wouldn't say I'm a brave man, but I have a duty to protect my livestock and my village. Better me than a younger man with his life ahead of him. I have come to prepare my sword. Ooh. There was something that we could use to prepare a sword. Oh, shoot. What was it? This? A blade is drawn across the face of a folium 6 times during the ritual of the Hand of Prior. Dry Huntsman. Folium blade is the only known way to pierce a stick. Yeah. Okay. So, ritual of the Hand of Prior. Only under folium. Across the face of a folium 6 times. Something to sharpen a blade on. Perhaps this? Hold on. Let me check the gemstone. That's the only thing that I can think would make sense for dark purposes. Let's try it. Nope. Okay. Because I was like, it's a reptilian hand. I thought that's maybe why. The other thing is this hand, but this says it's chills my blood to hold it, which is interesting. Ritual of the Hand of Prior. Cross the face of a folium 6 times. Ooh, I bet it's this, because that looks like blade marks. Yeah! Haha! Scores on the item suggests that a blade has been drawn across it. Perfect. Francesca. They've escaped. At first my patients grew agitated when I used the Gaudian siren, but then I had a breakthrough. Vivian Cartwright woke up. She seemed lucid, calm even. I made a stupid mistake and loosened her restraints. I don't know what happened, whether the siren stopped working, or if perhaps it had never worked and she tricked me. But almost immediately she changed back and turned violent. Uh-oh. Before I knew it, she had managed to free the others. We tried to stop them, but they fought their way out of the hospital. I have no idea where they've gone. Not good, not good, not good. Oh boy. Really not good. Almost imperceptibly, the casket began to absorb the crepuscular power that had leached into the stone, and the earth of its lightless too. What do we got? Oh, I hope Barton returns. Another catacombs venture? Maybe? That looks like a clock, though. Oh, it is a clock. The sun, huh? Hmm. Come on. Which one is it? Hold on. Okay, so little hand. Oh, nope. Okay. To come back up here. Oh no, I can't see it. Get that stuff away. Okay. So little hand. Big hand. Okay. Like that? Okay. What does that mean? Does that have to do with a map? Catacombs map, perhaps? Ooh, wait, I bet it is... Hold on. Turn that back around. Let's see. I bet it's this one. Yes! The air is stifling in the darkness, and the claustrophobia of the tunnels overwhelms me, but I press on. I remind myself that there are few who venture down here, which means the chances of an interesting find are higher. It doesn't take long for my search to bear fruit. Oh, that looks crazy. Some kind of ritual dagger. Ho ho ho. Cool. Thaddeus. The Witherance was a terrible idea. I've only gone and made things worse. I wish Eli was back. He'd know what to do. Some years ago now, a friend brought an item to me, a black casket, and I learned that it was a dark article. I should have brought it to Eli right then and there, but I knew he would want to destroy it. I'm a collector of things. It seemed too important to allow it to be destroyed, but I see how naive that was now. This casket is far more dangerous than anything I have come across before. And now I hear they are looking for it with their black eyes. Either I need to keep them out of the museum, or bring the casket here to Strange Antiquities and hide it in one of its secret places. Ooh. Well, let's take a look and see what we need to do. The Dread Vivant. This one can siphon power away from oneself for a time. Noticeably invigorating, these objects represent the balance of life and death, of good and evil. Okay, and what was the other item? Lunema. So potentially the Dread Vivant would help kind of like stifle it. Okay, so this could keep people away from it. That might be a better option, actually. Also called a moon pool or heart of tranquility. Harnesses the power of elements. I bet it's this. Where'd it go? Wait, where's our... Where is it? Is it on this side now? Yeah, this. I bet it's this. Okay, so let's do that one. No? But that's the elements. Feeling of disquiet lances through my body. Maybe it's this one then? Because it is fire and water. Yeah, okay. The item bears the symbols of the elements. Closer inspection reveals it into this feeling of disquiet. Light of Corchin. Despite appearances, these Noctic items have no connection to the League of the Emphesian Heart. They are objects of considerable power that can turn darkness to light, fear to joy. Hello, postman? There's an uneasy quiet in town today. There aren't many people out and about. I'm heading straight home as soon as I'm done with my deliveries. What do you got for me this time? I have recently come into possession of a number of texts on the subject of arcane artifacts. You're welcome to them if they are of any use to you. If I don't hear from you, then I will donate them to the library across the street. Ooh, okay. The library across the street. Where is our library? Wordsworth is 26? 26, 26, 26. Where are you, 26? Just blind, it seems. 26. Library across the street. So here? Several of the scrolls look promising, but they are written in the Dradic script, and my understanding is too rudimentary to make use of them. If Verona was around, I'm sure she could translate them, but she isn't, and I can't. Ooh, wouldn't that be the candle? Carrick's candle? Wouldn't that be what I need? Okay, so maybe not. Dradic script. Is there anything of translation in here? Translation. Babelia. Okay. The meaning of the unusual markings on a babelia is not clear. They resemble a mentic field pattern, but the items themselves do not produce a mentic field. They can be used to aid with translation of foreign texts, although they require some skill to make full use of. This ability does not transfer to spoken language. Okay. They resemble a mentic field pattern, but they do not produce a mentic field. The meaning of the unusual markings. When in doubt? Heck yeah! The effect of the babelia makes my head spin, and I close my eyes tight for a moment as my mind catches up. The pages swirl and blur in front of me, letters and words floating in and out of focus. After a time, I find that I can read them, though it takes some effort, and I feel drained as I reach the end. Ooh! So we got several different things. With all that's been happening in Undermere, I picked the worst week possible to lose my Braic charm. I hope that you have one that I can replace it with. Do we? Braic charm. Oh shit. Powerful item that offers hope in times of worry, protection in times of darkness, and wisdom in times of uncertainty. It wields the power of the maiden, the mother, and the crone, the Wiccan triple goddess. Oh, we have an item somewhere that has the triple goddess symbol on it, I think. Where it could be, nobody knows. What is the triple goddess symbol? This one. Yes. Perfect. A vessel of the earth used in various Dradic rituals. Let me go ahead and add a icon. Triple goddess. Yes, triple goddess. There we go. And we'll change the shape to this one. Color to dark blue. Yes. Okay. Oh, Eli, you're back. Perfect. I'm sorry I did not intend to be away for so long. I trust the shop has not been too much trouble to look after in my absence. I have learned a lot from my time in Oxford. There's a powerful dark article here in Undermere called the Nailing Casket, and now you're telling me that my foolish half-wit of a brother has had it in his museum this whole time? I know how to destroy it, but it's not going to be easy. Whatever happens, it must not be opened. We will create a pillar of Calaris. From what I gather, such a feat has not been attempted in over 500 years. I just hope there's enough time to prepare. I'm afraid I can't stay, but I'll be back as soon as I can. Okay, good luck. Pillar of Calaris is a powerful blast of energy that can consume the darkness. In my opinion, it is the safest way to destroy powerful dark articles. It can only be produced at a place of significant thaumic convergence. Strength and weakness, light and darkness, align the opposing powers at opposing compass points. With Cortion's light, the strong will be made weak and the dark will be made light. Okay. Place of significant thaumic convergence. At opposing compass points. I have no clue. Oh, I can go ahead and put that away though. Did we get an entry for the Pillar of Calaris? It doesn't sound like it's an item. It sounds like something we... Yeah, it's not an item. Cortion's Light, though? That one is one. Oops. We don't have that entry. Cortion's Light. Let me check the index, actually. Corchin, the Osic ring. Offerings to the goddess. Fell out of favor. Strength and weakness. Align the opposing powers at opposing compass points. I think it's this thing that it's talking about. Cortion's Light, perhaps? We could go to the museum. Museum history is quiet grandeur, lined with row upon row of trinkets and curiosities. Try not to take anything from the museum. Well, I wasn't intending to. Hello, Isabel. I have had my energy drained by some disturbing evil power. For days now I felt tired and frail, and then today I found something that horrified me. Beneath my bed I discovered a carved wooden effigy with a strange symbol painted upon it. I don't know who has done this to me, but all I want for now is to lift this feeling of weakness. A curse? choking. Vivid nightmares. Affects the tongue. Tint to the eyes. Plagued by waking hallucinations. Okay. Is to lift this feeling of weakness. So perhaps this? Importance? Strength? Yeah. Hope that helps. I would like a bloodbeck. The nameless ones are restless. I am ready to hear their voices. Wait, were you... No, different lady. Rebecca. Okay, so she's the one. But you came in earlier on because you got the Emphesian Talon. What's a bloodbeck? It's once thought that these objects could be used to commune with the dead, but it is now widely believed that such a thing is not possible. It is not known where the strange voices that emanate from a bloodbeck originate, but there are some who believe that they are the voices of the nameless gods. So strange voices come from it? So we're looking for strange voices. Okay. Let's see. Find it unsettling. Grave symbol. Okay. Is there voices coming from this? No. Let's see. Maybe this one? I hear low chanting when I hold it to my ear. Okay, so maybe this one? Heck yeah. First try. Sign of the item and the Vivianite gemstone suggests a connection to death. Closer inspection reveals the whispers within. Korchena is used to call the guile on the guile and wisdom of the goddess Korchen. She is the goddess of the earth, creation, and rebirth. It is maintained by some that these are not objects of power, but they exude an imposing aura that is hard to explain. Ooh, I bet it's this. I bet that's what it is. Okay. Thaddeus runs along the dark corridor, his eyes wide with terror. He clutches the largest remaining shard of the shattered Lumina in his hand. Lunima. He only has one thought in his head. He must not allow his pursuers to reach the casket. He will draw them to the armory. It's his only hope. His heart sinks as he rounds the corner. No! 3 more black-eyed assailants are coming from the other direction. He is trapped. His final thoughts are consumed by fear. There's nothing stopping them now. The casket will be opened. It's all his fault. What? It festered and pulsated until it could no longer be contained. Some part of it reached out from the darkness, creating eyes so that it might find itself, and hands so that it might open itself. The casket wanted to be opened. Oh, shoot. Wait, I thought I had one more day. Did I mess something up? I think I messed something up. Ooh. Or maybe I have one more day? I lie below books and scrolls on the esoteric and the arcane. Day 18. Sunday. Uh-oh. Not good. Sacrament is baptism ceremony. When did she say she was doing that? Was that today? Sunday? Her like little ritual thing. When blackened, perform the sacrament and have faith in Holgar. Blackened eyes seek the casket and waters turn to midnight. Perform the sacrament and have faith in Holgar. Okay, so potentially we can do this ritual at the stone circles. The candle that gives off no light, an anchor that has never touched the ocean, a finger but not of flesh. This is probably other plinth stuff. Hold on. Put that there first. Anchor that has never touched the ocean, a finger but not of flesh. So this one first. Garrick's candle. Definitely that one. An anchor. Do we have anchor? Let's see. Antidote. Would it be the anvil though? Oh, there's something that is an anchor though, and I don't remember what it is. What about the anvil? St. John's anvil? Shadow anchor. Without an anchor, mine's been known to become lost. Shadow casting. Others prefer to clutch a totem in their hand. What was the... What was the shadow anchor again? That's Witherance. I thought it was on this side. Shadow anchor. That's a Loam. Shadow anchor here. A finger, but not a flesh. Finger, but not a flesh. Is there anything that says finger in here? Talon? No. Witch's finger. Ah, yes. This one. Yes? Yes! Haha. Okay. That one? No, it has to be the other side. Yes. Okay, turn it around. Let's see. So, these two? 3. There we go. What do we got? Ooh, what the heck is that? Oh, weird. Okay. Complex feeling comes over me. It is both horrifying and yet compelling. Wait, is this the... Shit. Can I open it? No. Cannot. Okay. Okay, so that's complete. A lie below books and scrolls on the esoteric and the arcane. Perhaps in here, the library? Entering the library, I am drawn to a dark alcove round to the right bearing the esoterica and the arcana. I'm sure there's much to learn here, but sadly a cursory glance is all I have time for today. Piled up on a reading desk, I find books on ornithology alongside bestiaries of the old world. You can learn a lot about a person from the books that they read. Okay, so that was close, but not quite. I lie below books and scrolls. Is there a library? Wordsworth Library is 26. The Wordsworth Library is a quiet haven of books and knowledge, its shelves well stocked and well kept, a place where time slows with every turn of a page. The librarian Simone sits at the desk, her focus fixed on her work as always. I found some old books that dig into the history of strange antiquities, she says without looking up. It's very old, you know. I'll be sure to visit if I uncover anything useful. Not helpful. Okay. I lie below. Oh, wait, actually... Here? Or is it the next room? Because maybe it's like the room below? Or it is here. No. Like literally below or below on the map? Because then, okay, so maybe the ballroom? Something to find here, okay. Okay, let's check this other room then. Also no, okay. I lie below books and scrolls on the esoteric and the arcane. This was a very vivid description. And so I would think maybe this room? Nope. The other thing could be on the regular map below. But that's just across the street. No. Okay. Alright, I still don't know what to do with this. We got another item, though, that has to do with Corchin. Corchena. These are used to call on the guile and wisdom of the goddess. Exude an imposing aura that is hard to explain. Oh, the library thing has stumped me, though. The master bedroom? It wouldn't just be these tiny little rooms. I'm not sure. We'll double check the bedroom. That's not it, the card didn't burn. A grand four-poster bed dominates the room, but my eye is drawn to a portrait on the far wall. It depicts a brown-haired woman of simple beauty with a raven perched on her shoulder, Elizabeth, Edmund's late wife. All at once, I realize I am intruding on this personal space, and I leave feeling guilty and uneasy. Oopsies. Okay, let's... Eli. The museum was ransacked last night. I went looking for my brother, but he's nowhere to be found. The good news is they didn't find what they were looking for. I moved the casket myself and hid it here in one of the strange Antiquities vaults. I may have it right next to Jupiter. It's safe for now, but we can't leave it here for long. I have more to prepare, but I've left instructions on how to access the vault in the desk drawer. Okay, I think I did it already. I already took it out, sorry. Whoops. We'll just put it right there, it's fine. Okay. Okay. Hello, David? The lake has turned black. As omens go, I'd say that's probably quite a bad one, but the mail won't deliver itself. Okay, so now it's time for the Holgar ritual. I found this note in an old writing desk up at Gleaston Castle. I expect it will mean more to you. Fear in autumn, rising in winter. It feels all too prescient that we hurtle towards winter and terrible unknowable fate. Okay, that is a new autumn and winter. This is autumn. Okay, fear in autumn, rising in winter. What is the fear symbol? That's what we want to look at. Okay, let's see. Here it is. Okay, so rising in winter. So above the winter, which is I searched the room at the foot of the western tower quite thoroughly before finding a stash of papers. To my dismay, they are largely scrawlings of a madman, but in amongst the nonsense there's some valuable information. Oh, okay. Good, good, good. That's complete then. Okay. Books and scrolls. They lie below. I'm not sure. But the lake is black. So perhaps we can go here. It's a strange arrangement of rocks resembling the Stonehenge. There's a purpose though. Call the eye. There's nothing else to see here. What? Let me check her note. Within a stone circle. Performed by a blood priest within a stone circle. Let's see. What is the pit? The bleak stones? Oh, yes! As I approach the island in a small rowing boat, I notice a shrouded figure standing, watching me from the shore. The priest. She is lit by flickering orange torchlight, which deepens the red of her cloak and makes her look taller and more threatening somehow. For a brief moment, the dim lighting and her dark eyeshadow make me think that she is one of them, but the flame flickers across the whites of her eyes as I get closer and the moment passes. Welcome. Do you have the sacrament? I nod, and she helps steady the boat as I climb out. Together, we walk slowly up the small beach in search of the bleak stones. A small ring made up of slabs of gray slate, the largest of which, the kingstone, is only waist height, and it is not hard to find. Oh, the music is getting intense. Fear hits my gut as we get closer, and I see something I had not expected. Spread out around the perimeter of the stones are dozens of the priest's followers, standing motionless, their heads bowed. The casket will be opened, and when it is, we alone shall be spared by Holgar's wrath. Wait a minute. I take it back. I don't think this is what I wanted. Her followers let out a cheer that is more of a bloodthirsty roar. The priest gestures towards the 4 stone plinths arranged in a semicircle in the center of the ring slate. Arrange the sacrament while I prepare. Wait, can I take it back? A charm of green growth. A pendant of the yellow sun. An instrument of the red night. A totem of blue fire. Oh boy. I don't... Hold up. Okay, don't think this is great. This is not great. This is terrible. I don't think this is not what I wanted. I think I'm gonna get the bad ending. Where is the... Is it in... No, it's down here. That's right. Sunbond. Green growth in summer. The yellow sun. Instrument of the red night. Okay, so this is summer. Instrument of the red night. I think I messed up, guys. A totem of blue fire. I don't think there's any going back now. Burning blood. The Bloody Queen. Corvin's Might. The Eagle's Gift. Nope, not that. In spring, a charm of green growth. Oh! I was looking at the picture and It's this one. They look very similar. It's just a very, very small picture. Okay, so that's not... I'm going to rename this. Okay. Nope. Okay, there we go. So that's the weaving edge. Okay, oh boy. As I have been preparing the sacrament, the priest has built a small pyre of tightly packed wood about waist height next to the largest of stones. I hear a raucous cry, and then another, and another. I join the congregation in looking up to see a swirling mass of black shapes, ravens. The priest produces a mask from within her cloak and places it over her face. The imposing atmosphere builds in intensity, and I take a deep breath to calm my pulse. Let us begin, oh boy. As she says these words, the damp pyre erupts into flame, whether by some trick or magic I couldn't say, but the priest with her torch is some distance away. Her dark eyes sparkle behind the pale mask. Great Holgar, I bring you light and life. I bring you spring and summer, autumn and winter on this day of reckoning. A rhythmic chanting begins to sound across the circle. And now, the casket. Her eyes lock with mine, and I feel suddenly weak under her gaze. She reaches out a hand expectantly. How does she know I have the casket? The chanting dies and is replaced by odd whispers as the acolytes catch on. I flounder, not knowing what to do, but I decide the only thing I can do is surrender to her power. Oh, fuck. This is not good. I kneel and offer up the nailing casket to the priest. I have waited a long time for this moment. She takes the casket from me and places it reverentially atop the kingstone. As she turns to face me, I feel a sudden chill down my spine. She is holding the weaving edge. Holgar, I give you this gift of life that is not mine to give. Cold fear grips me as I realize how naive I have been. She didn't bring me here to be saved by Holgar's protective embrace. She brought me as a sacrifice. Oh no. She advances calmly towards me with the blade held at her side, pale mask wet with rain and shining in the light from the pyre. The chanting rises in volume and intensity. I must act quickly. Oh, okay. Corvin's Might or St. Cedric's Thunder. I think we've found both of those. St. Cedric's Thunder. This is a matter of life or death for me. Is used to store the power of a single thunderclap. They are placed in the tops of mountains. Okay. I don't know if that will help me. Corvin's Might is not something that we found, actually. So I'll just pay homage to the Bloody Queen's gift. Bloody Queen, just under Corvin's Might. Makes use of the Wixic power. Is an assassin's tool. Okay, so it's an assassin's tool? It's not that, apparently. Oh, an assassin's tool. That would be a weapon, wouldn't it? An assassin's tool. Small green gemstones. She's depicted with an eagle. Do I have an eagle? I'll just pay homage to the Bloody Queen's gift. What is her gift? Corvin was surrounded and closed to defeat. A gift came to her from an unlikely source. With it, she turned the tide of battle. Wait, isn't this Wixic? Let me check. I think so, yeah. So this might be Corvin's Might because of the talents? Yes, okay. I brandish the Corvin's Might, hoping that the threat will be enough to deter the priest, but she whirls towards me with madness in her eyes, her red cloak swirling behind her like a wave of blood. She lunges at me faster than I am ready for, and I barely manage to avoid the blade as her arm comes scything towards me. On her second attack, the weaving edge plunges into my shoulder, and I cry out in pain. But somehow, I keep hold of the bloodstone totem in my other hand. With one last desperate act, I conjure Corvin's power and direct it at the crazed priest. There's a bright flash, and I am sent reeling backwards. The priest crumples to the floor, dead. A cheer goes up around the circle, and I am horrified to see an acolyte run forward and dip the weaving edge into the priest's blood. I shudder to see their coldness laid bare. These people do not care who is sacrificed to save their skins, as long as it is not them. The acolyte takes the dripping red blade and plunges it into the casket, and the world goes black. Oh shit. The casket has been opened. We fulfilled the sacrament, and were spared, but with the priest dead, the spell has been broken, and the congregation has begun to splinter. I was never really one of them, but there are some who look to me for leadership now. They seem to think I am more dangerous than I really am. I shudder to think what will happen when they find out I am not. Ending 4, Holgar's Wrath. I put my trust in a serpent-tongued priest, an avengeful god. I must reap the consequences. Oh, cool! Okay, so we got one of the endings. There's, I think, what did it say? There was a total of 5? Any endings? Strange Antiquities? Holy shit! There's 8 main endings. Jesus. But there are 9 total endings. Okay. Oh, I really wanted to get a good ending, though. Oh no! They're all cursed. Jupiter! Oh, shoot. Oh, what a good game, though. It's a great game. Oh, but I want to get a good ending. Can I go back? Day 19? Well, shit. Have I done anything? Okay, no. Okay, so we're going to archive this note because we're not going to... Okay, so I went through the epilogue. The epilogue is just... I went through some of the epilogue. The epilogue is just getting the rest of the items labeled. No, like, significant characters came in to visit me, so I just went back a day to the start of day 18. So we are going to archive this note because we do not want to do that ending. We want to get a good ending. I still haven't figured out what to do with this. And then also... Okay, this is the note for the casket. Which I remember, we can go ahead. We can also archive this too. We don't need this anymore, I don't think. Okay. Okay, and then we'll put that away. This note, I don't know if there's anything else in this note that we need yet, so I'm going to just keep having people visit me. Hi, Eli. The museum was ransacked last night. I went looking for my brother, but he's nowhere to be found. Okay, so this is just him telling me, coming back and telling me. Okay. Hi, David. The lake has turned black. As omens say, it probably a bad one. Okay, so what's this mail? Oh, yeah. Okay, so we haven't gotten this yet then. Fear in autumn, rising in winter. So we got some additional pages. Let me just do that real quick. Okay, that's complete now. Now, I don't think we did anything else after that. I'm not sure if we did. I still haven't figured this out, but we'll have more people. Hi, Eli, you came back. It's time to end this. Now. Bring the casket to the pit. Oh, okay. Man, I was just one, one little bell ring away from getting a different ending. I was too hasty. Okay, but I want to find this. Let me see. Can I get a hint for it? No, I know about that. I lie below books and scrolls. Let me check the library again. Below esoteric and arcana. Okay, that's confusing, so it's this one. Okay, goodness. As I open the door, I am hit by the musty smell of damp. This room hasn't been entered for some time. The corner of the room is piled high with scrolls of parchment and old books, but underneath the debris, I find something of interest. Oh! Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Okay, so there's no one else to see. We are going to meet Eli at the pit. Okay. The sun is low in the sky as we arrive at the pit, casting a warm light across the treetops and the open fields. A solitary raven cries out from the tree line, and I look to the skies, but they are empty. Ooh, we haven't been here yet. The pit itself is an ominous sight that the otherwise serene atmosphere can do nothing to diminish. It is a scorched black hole, perhaps 5 meters in diameter, that has an unnatural look to it. This is a site of thaumic convergence. It is no simple thing to destroy an object of this kind. We need to set up opposing powers at opposing compass points. Strength and weakness, light and darkness. And finally, we need the light of Corchin to bind them. Ooh, 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 so cool. Okay. Okay. Strength and weakness, light and darkness. So, strength and weakness. Strength, fortnance, and weakness. So we know those two for sure. Light and darkness. My cat is upset because I've been in here for a while. Darkness. Bright charm. Protection and wisdom in times of darkness. No, I don't think that's what it's looking for. What about the pit? Death, darkness. Represent the earth or darkness. So it could be that one. Tenebron Cloak, Veiled Fen. Okay, I think it might be the pit then. So darkness. And then light. Let's check light. Ares Remnant, Carrick's Candle. Sunbond, perhaps? What is the Ares Remnant, though? Felt through touch. No, I don't think that's it. So it's probably the Sunbond. Okay, so hopefully that is correct. And then what was Corchin's light again? Let's see. Corchin's light. Light of Corchin. Suitable power. Oh, wait. Yes. I think it's... Where is it? Our snake. 2 snakes. Here it is. I think this is it then. Yes? Oh. I'm very close. There's just one of these items I'm not sure about. So perhaps the pit. Let me go back to the index then. The Veiled Fen, maybe? But it clouds over. Maybe used to command attention. I don't think that's it. What was the Braic charm? Protection in times of darkness? No. Maybe it's the Tenebrin cloak then? Maybe it's the Tenebrin cloak. Yes! Eli inspects my work. His face shows little emotion, but he seems satisfied. By now, the sun has finished setting, and only a hint of red afterglow remains in the darkening sky. The raven croaks his mournful cry once again, but this time there is a reply, and then another. I look up and see several dark shapes circling above. Quickly now, they're here. I spin round to follow Eli's gaze, and my pulse quickens as I look out across the field. A large group of shadowy figures is walking steadily towards us. We can't see their faces at this distance in the low light, but I'd be willing to bet that every one of them has pools of midnight for eyes. In the sky above, the ravens continue to grow in number, and their caws and cries get louder and louder. I look down at the black object in my hands, such a small thing, and yet its seductive power is impossible to ignore. It wants to be opened. Suddenly, it feels inevitable. The casket, now! But I'm not sure I want to give it to him. So we can choose to not give it to him? No, I'm going to give it to him because I want a good ending. But that does mean I have to get it out. Okay, so it's the candle, the anchor, and the finger. Candle. I remember which ones are which. And then the anchor, this guy. Come on, get it out for me. Oh yeah, that's right. Let's see. Gotta go all the way back. Okay. It was... yeah. Simple enough. Alright. Thank you. Nope, I want to give him the casket. The wave of intoxicating power washes over me, but I hold strong against it. I hand over the casket, and together we begin activating the items arranged around the pit. Working as fast as we can, it still takes longer than we'd like, and when I look up again, the thaumaturge has fear in his eyes. We're too late. The mob is upon us. One of them grabs Eli and tries to wrestle the casket from his hands. I rush across to help him, but it's no use. They are all around us. The man tears the casket free, and it clatters to the floor, skittering towards the edge of the pit before coming to rest on the precipice. A gray-haired woman stoops to pick it up, and I'm surprised to find that I recognize her. It's Verona Green, the occult scholar. The mob cheers. Verona turns towards me, and I am no longer afraid. Her eyes are ringed with darkness, but they are not black. Back from the dead. So I did make the right choice. With her item, she winks at me and throws the casket into the pit. At the same moment, Eli activates the light of Fortune. Time stands still, and then there is a rush and a roar as a swirling vortex of blue-green light races up out of the pit. Ooh! The casket is sent soaring up into the night sky, where it seems to hang for a moment, turning slowly in the air until, with a shrieking, splintering crash, it shatters into 1,000 pieces. And then there is nothing but smoke and the smell of ozone, and all is quiet. It has been a few weeks since the casket was destroyed, but I am still riding high on the elation and relief from that night. Everything seemed to come together right when it needed to, and somehow we avoided a terrible catastrophe. Those who were under the casket spell were released almost immediately. They remember nothing from their ordeal, but there seems to be no lingering ill effects, and Dr. Robertson says they have all made a full recovery. It is rare for Eli to express much emotion, but even he congratulated me on my strength and resolve in the face of such darkness. He too felt the allure of the casket, and was worried that it would overwhelm me. He told me with a hint of pride that I would make a fine thaumaturge. Yay! Ending 1! A catastrophe avoided. The casket has been destroyed and Undermere is safe again. And everybody was saved! Oh, except for Barton. Presumed dead, he went through the tall stone door and was never seen again. Murdered by her... Okay, so Audrey was murdered by her own bloodthirsty followers when the casket was not opened. Bonnie, insane. Thaddeus is deceased. I wonder if I could have saved him. Her thoughts are scattered after being sliced with a diverging hook. Verona's okay. Yeah, Barton's missing. Man, I feel like I could have saved him from his fate. Well, that was the good ending that I did want. So that's great. And then I think the epilogue is just getting to relabel everything. I think I have all the items now too. So, yeah. Oh, how wonderful. That was really fun. I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. I'm not going to try and get all of the endings. I know there's 9 different endings, which is a lot. And I assume some of those choices have to do with which items you pick at the end, or like which items you give to certain people. So like if we had given the other item to Verona and let the darkness kind of like take over her, that may have been a different ending. So I'm not sure. But regardless, I am going to leave it here. Thank you all so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!